What is going on, Nitro gang? This is a special occasion, what I like to call the every 2-week special. And this is going to take up that slot for today's bi-weekly new Nitro on the channel reveal. You're looking at one of the most iconic Nitros in our hobby, my dudes. And I will get straight to it in a couple minutes from now. But what matters most is the people that make this channel what it is. And that is you guys out there. So, do not let me pass you by. Let me give you all a little bit of a shout out because I like when my username is called out. We got the special Offna Chicks here. Now, Offna Chicks, this is a Kyosho. Are you sure you're in the right stream? You belong here. Don't you dare leave. I will be upset. We got Texas Hill. I was on his stream earlier in the morning. He was burning some crazy nitro with Woogie Nitro. That was a great stream. Geomac RC RR Tree. How you doing, my dude? Yes. The every 2-week Saturday Nitro Gang Live. I am very, very proud of this. Now, we'll get down to the details as I just put in the title to this video. Nitro Breakout Monster Truck. I didn't make that claim up. Nothing here is made up. These are all going to be facts. And is it in good condition? I'm going to tell you that in a little bit. We got Stone FPV, Geo Mac, Dan Y. How you doing, bro? Bro, Dan Y tomorrow, RC track. You know, come down to my address tomorrow, 25 Maple Lane. Help me load some gas RCs in my trunk. Don't forget, 25 Maple Lane tomorrow, 12 noon, RC track. You know my address. Put in the nav, 25 Maple Lane. We got Corey here. How you doing? A special little off-the jammin' reveal going down in a couple minutes. We're going to showcase a couple of super awesome off-the jammin' RCs from Brent. And I have the pictures to prove it in a little bit. We got Just Joe. How you doing, my man? Michael Graham is here with us. JBLRC. Let's see. Did I leave anybody out? I truly feel bad if that's the case. YouTube, All Aspects RC, man. How you doing? Making barbecue chicken great coast to coast from what I understand. All right. Gas 155. All right. People start coming in. We'll give them a little bit of a shout out. Pizza and Nitro. All right. I hope you guys. Rusty Nail. How you doing, man? I hope everybody here. Why am I yelling all the time? Dude, I was outside today recording a video, and like, I heard myself yelling. But then again, this guy that parked next to me, he also heard me yelling. He didn't say much, because I think he sensed the excitement. And for that, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Even though you rolled up in a Tesla Model 3, you still were interested in the Nitro I was running. Oh, you guys want to know what Nitro I was running? It wasn't this one, because this needs a bit of a repair. So guaranteed it wasn't this one. We got Nitro Swiat Arma vs. Traxxas here with a second-hand RC. All right, Corey, how you doing? Brent is here. And yes, I will showcase a pair of user-submitted, viewer-submitted RCs. Dale goes Tesla with a green throw-up. Yes, it was a Model 3. The only way I would ever buy a Model 3 if it was half the price of a Nissan Sentra. Literally speaking, that's the only way, man. That's the only way. All right, anyway. So you guys, we all love the USA-1, don't we? Trump is a survivor. Therefore, it's only right to get something that is befitting of Trump's latest bullet victory. And this is the very first Kyosho Nitro Crusher. Now, this is not obviously the original body. These would have had a period correct USA-1 Chevy body at the time period. Now, this is a Ford body, which really, you don't do that. I know the Ford and Chevy fans, you don't be messing around with their pickup trucks. Now, I'm not a pickup truck owner because I live in New York City, 25 Maple Lane, as Dan already knows. We drive small crossovers here, okay? You got a small crossover here. You got a pickup truck with a cover on it, a tonneau cover. Okay, that's what you got. Anyway, we will get down to this. But for real, do you guys see anything interesting about this particular truck? It has a couple of main features. Now, really, this is the truck that's, in my opinion, unless anybody here can come up with a fact-checked claim, this is probably the very first giant wheel, big block truck ever made. So the T-Max is a derivative of this, but technically not really, because it's kind of a buggy chassis. We'll get down to the business of it. We'll take a look on the inside. We'll check out the engine. But for now, before we move on any further, I do want to share some awesome, off-the-jammin', sickening pictures from Brent. And just because we have a famous off-the chick here, she literally is an actual woman. Just so you guys understand, this is not like a pretend, swimmer that converts with, hormones and then beats every woman. This is not that. This is a legitimate, ethical, positive off-the chick. It's very rare you come across those in real life. Okay, we got ourselves Brian Schumann. How you doing, bro? So let me show you guys a pair of super sickening off-the jamming trucks, because you know what? They're legends, and my channel members like you are legends as well. Then we'll continue to this because you guys think this truck needs a lot of work. I know it's kind of a good looker. It's a good looker, but I'm gonna tell you something. It's not as good on the inside, okay? So, I mean, I'll tell you how much I paid for it. This is mine. And if you haven't checked out today's awesome video on the Schumacher Havoc, do not forget, we are live on air, and the videos never stop being made. So let me flip the camera, take a look at these off-the-jammin' trucks, and I'll do a quick little examination of them. Lucas Talkup, Wild Bill, how you doing, man? All right, let's do this. Okay, first up for your awesome consideration. You know what? I got this truck as an armrest right now. I got to move it to the side. It's literally not letting me go down. Let me show you this a little bit. Oh, don't be looking around, everybody, okay? I know you'd be looking around. All right, we're going to zoom in. We're going to take a quick look at these trucks, because how often is it that awesome viewers around the world named Brent send you some sickening off-the truck? So check this out. We're going to do a little bit of a review. These are basically the trucks I showed yesterday, except these are better than mine. I could see the left one over here has a super sickening axial engine, polished this says SH pipe, very good fuel filter. Make sure you be running that fuel filter at all times. Awesome tires. The one on the right, that is an Offna P3 28. So this 3-port .28 basically. There's also multiple versions of different ports with a JP jamming pipe, JP3. Super rare. And notice, guys, Corey over here, Brent is running dual filters. So one is the fuel filter and one is, I guess it's acting as, it's hard to say really what the logic of that is. I've done some research on it myself. But the goal is there's also some fuel kind of backing up in the exhaust line. It could leak back in. Who the hell knows? Grateful Dabs, how you doing? I almost called you Grateful Jabs. That's not a bad username, actually. All right, so first picture. Let's go to the next. Next picture. We have another little, by little I mean awesome, off-the-jammin'. Is this in fact the same one? This is a different engine. Let me take a look at it. I gotta really get down to it. Okay, this appears to be either the same, no, this is a different car. I could see different anodizing on these washers over here. What's up, HBI Savage? Let's do a little zoom in. A viewer's ride section. You know, guys, hey, Melissa, can you bring me the RC Car Action magazine? It's on the kitchen table where I normally eat my bagels. All right. Good-looking shocks. Carbon fiber all around. Awesome anodized washers. and hardware. Now, the star of the show. Once again, JP3 pipe, jamming pipe. Correct. We got ourselves the OS VZB V-Spec baby engine. Often chicks even goes, I'll be jamming with your jamming. Hardy boy, how you doing, my dude? Now, I know there's another awesome YouTube friend of mine, KGM, doing a stream right now. Unfortunately, I had to cut into that time. No hard feelings, but Melissa, bring the magazine. The people need to see that even though Nitros in the magazines have died, they will never die on this channel. I also removed that sticker on the bottom. See, that sticker should say 25 Maple Lane. Take a look at these apparently custom-made rear dirt mud guards. That is a great design right there. Mud guards, baby. Guard yourself from the mud. Great, great Nitro. So back to these. All right, let's go back to the sickening stream, everybody. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of a fact. This is the truck we are talking about before I continue to the actual car we have. And if you haven't given this a thumbs up, please consider it giving a thumbs up, because I'm going to tell you something, guys. This is the newest RC Car Action magazine. Do you want me to randomly flip through a page? You're going to get nothing but electrics. How about we randomly flip through a page? Do you want to throw up now or later is the question. Tell me when you want to throw up. Go ahead, tell me. Say it in the comments. Don't make me do a poll. You want to throw up now or later? Which one is it going to be? Or do you want to eat some scrumptious food at Taco Bell? Because I want to eat the scrumptious food at Taco Bell. So I'm going to randomly flip through a page. Just as a joke. You're welcome, Brent. Your jamming has become the jam. Literally, all we need is the peanut butter and like a bagel, you know? Randomly flip through it. That's right, RR Tree. What do we get? Electrics. More Tamiyas. I'm going to randomly flip through it again. What's up there, Raw RC? White boy, how are you? Oh, we got another basically close to toy grade electric. Oh, we got someone trying to look cool. And you know what? This is an awesome build. What's up, that Nitro Bug? Happy to see you. Major Shimone. But at the end of the day, these things are pretty much pointless. Let's see. More of these, whatever that is. What's up there, Offna guy? How you doing? I just wanted to welcome you to the horizontal world. I hope you're enjoying being horizontal, because only vampires sleep vertical. Anyways, enough with this magazine. I might cover it in a little bit. The goal of today is to show you the USA-1 Nitro Crusher. So this would have been the way it would have looked. Obviously, I have the correct bumper. I do have the dual shock setup in the front as well. We do have the correct wheels, but we do not have the correct Chevy. I think this was a Silverado body, right? So it says 1992 four-wheel drive Nitro Crusher. So the USA-1 was basically just the body. The modern USA-1 is not at all, I would say 0% similar to this. So it actually is a completely different truck. Shaft drive, alloy plate chassis, 3 diffs, 8 oil coil-over oil-filled dampers. Rear dog bone. Hoser 1, how you doing? I hope you're enjoying your steak, getting that iron in. It's all about being iron, because when you go to the gym, you got to pump some iron. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, we're not going to discuss too much about this. Let's get down to the one I got. Oh my God, hour wait. Oh my God. Last time I had to wait for more than 30 minutes at like a Chili's, I got real angry. Real angry. All right, we're going to get down to the truck itself, guys, because it's time to get to Nitros. I hope you enjoyed the little historical look. Trump survived, and this is, after all, making Nitro and America great again. Now, I've been after this truck for quite some time. If you want to take a guess how much I paid, I will tell you it wasn't cheap. People that sell USA-1s, they know what they have. Just like people that have chlamydia. Okay? Chlamydia people know exactly what they have, because the doctor tells them. All right? Anyway, we're going to get down to it. I'm going to tell you the price, but I'll tell you, it's not going to be that exciting when I show you under the hood. For those of you just joining us, You want to take a look at it? Microgram goes $4.99. No, man. Divide that by what happened to light. We got a cyber attack. You guys know there was a cyber attack on Friday. Uh-oh. Okay, cyber attack. Sickening. All right, I see people asking questions about the transmission. JBLRC, this does not have a 3-speed. This was before speeds. Okay, this was 1 speed is all you need. All right, we got about 70 viewers here. And without further ado, I'm going to give you a top-down view. That was almost a haiku. Sickening. I hated Shakespeare in school. All right, you guys ready or what? All right. I'm going to rearrange the lights, make sure that we have awesome video coverage. We're going to take a look at what makes this thing go, what makes it tick, and what makes it a beast. And actually what makes it undrivable. I said it, this is currently undrivable. I'm not going to tell you exactly why yet. You guys hopefully could figure it out. In fact, this has a feature that I have never seen before in any Nitro truck in the world. And this single feature, guys, it's broken. So I'm going to have to get creative. Sometimes when you walk your dog, you end up in a pile of poo. Or you know what I'm saying? It's one of those cases. All right, let's get down to it. I'm going to show you the car itself. I'll change the lights. That was well said. I got to tell you, that was like a metaphor from, man, from heaven or something. All right, let's get down to it. I mean, dude, this truck is so big, I'm having a hard time fitting it on the table. Actually, let me know if you could see okay. We got the lights from basically the planet Saturn going on right now. They're so bright. All right, so the body's in okay condition. This is an OS pipe. Go ahead, tell me if you want to see under the body, or am I wasting my time? Should I go return this? There's no returns. It's used. Okay, guess what the return policy is? You put it in your car and you get out. All right. Texas Hill goes, let's check it out. All right, so first thing, we'll take off the body clips. Unfortunately, you know, finding the original body on this would be super, like, clearly impossible. Often chicks wants to take it off slow. I'm okay with that. I mean, I like doing things pretty slow. Let's take a look in the front. We got dual shocks. Now, do they do anything? It's highly questionable. Highly questionable. But back in this day, dual shocks was better than no shocks. All right. I got it positioned pretty straight. This truck is so big, it's hard for me to get it in like one view. Okay, let's take off the clips. You all ready for this? Go ahead. Motivate me. Make me do it. By the way, that is the Trinity Reflex over there on the right. That's Trinity Reflex. Scott Otenti goes, if you got the Nitro hookup, holla if you hear me. I hollered today in the daytime, and this guy was asking me, why am I yelling while burning Nitro? And I told him, because this is more exciting than Armas. And he actually didn't get it. But that's okay, he will one day. What's up, KP? KP, all right, my dudes. Take it off or what? Let me get down to over here. Let's take it off. All right, you are looking. Well, you're looking at basically what... it's hard. I don't know whether I should be positive about it or not that positive about it. Anybody see anything wrong with it? Okay, well, for now, I'm not going to discuss what's wrong with it, okay? What you're looking at is exactly how I got it. We have a big block. This is a vintage OS pipe. I know they're kind of funny looking, but this is how the old OS pipes actually looked like. Oh, damn, I didn't take it off slow. Often the chick's going to be mad at me now. So we do have dual shocks all around. Now, the way they're positioned, there's some other Nitro that I'm aware of that has similar shock positioning. Which one is it? I forgot. Oh, yeah, it's the XTM Mammoth. It's the XTM Mammoth. In this case, I mean, I don't know if they're good or bad. There's like clearly no shock oil in like half of them. Dipped chips. How are you? Zero shock oiling. I'm going to explain a little something. This truck has a feature that no other truck has. Anybody want to give me an idea of what that could be? Like, go ahead, make my day. What is the feature? From this top-down view, you could see the feature that no other truck has. You could look at it. What is it that this truck has? It's kind of a, a little bit of a quiz game because I like to make these streams interactive. It's not just me talking to myself, man. It's me presenting something that I truly appreciate. And yes, this one is actually a little more work than I expected. It's not as good. The seller was an idiot. Okay? We got ourselves Mad Season. How are you, man? I hope you're doing good. Dan Y goes reverse. Okay, I'm going to have to eliminate that as a no. It is not reverse. It has something that is broken. I don't know if you could see it. And it's not the shocks. Michael Sutra is here with us. How are you, man? Happy Saturday, Nitro. I'm going to point to something over here. KP goes, it's bad drive shafts. Luckily, no, it's not bad drive shafts. So this truck has something over here, which I guarantee you I'm spinning right now, and people are probably not sure what that is. Good comment there from GeoMac. The bell is kind of far. Damn, that was from Pizza Nitro. Sorry. Pizza Nitro goes, the bell is kind of far out. Yes, it's not far out as in groovy, as in that 80s show. It's not groovy at all. The problem is, I'm going to get zoomed in real good. We are zoomed in. What the hell is that over here? Anybody want to tell me what that is? I have the facts open, by the way, in a Google tab. What is this? How come I'm spinning it and it's doing nothing? Wow. How come I'm spinning the clutch bell? What's up, RC Cape Cod? How you doing? HPI Savage is correct. We got ourselves a gear that has been to the dentist for dentures. But, the dentist got fired. The dentures never got made. Yes, Raw RC goes, what the hell? Exactly. So this is not the brake. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit what this is called. This is part of a vintage Nitro tech. So I have an article. I'm going to read a little part of the article for you right now. I do know how to read quite well. I'm not a speed reader, but neither is Trump. So it says, an extra gear between the engine and center differential made sure the drivetrain ratio was suitable to spin the truck's supersized tires. This is basically a built-in reduction gear. This part's metal, this part's plastic. World's worst design. They highly underestimated the power of a .21 engine, in my opinion. So I don't know what engine this would have had, but it would have had a .21 either way. So what I'm saying is, due to the fact that this is essentially, well, the real first Nitro truck, notice the wheel hubs, it's a nut. This is based on the Kyosho Inferno, by the way. All right? Kyosho Inferno gang over here. I have one of those buggies. They're pretty impressive. So, since this truck has, well, wheels at the time that really RCs didn't have, I would assume they underestimated the power of this truck. And what happens is, this clutch bell, notice how off-center it is with the spur. That's because the clutch bell doesn't actually directly spin the spur in this. And here I'm getting to some of the intricate features. Now, good or bad, depending how you look at it, this is not good. This is the bad part. I'm going to have to get highly creative on how you can get this clutch bell to sit closer to the spur gear. Because you could tell, it's not just a matter of gear mesh. It's a matter of position. We have to move it up maybe 4 millimeters, maybe, yeah, half a centimeter about. For those of us that use the metric system, you know all about centimeters and kilometers, okay? But for us in the USA, the customary system, this would be a 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/5 of an inch. What's up there, Lotus 420? How you doing? We are checking out the very first 1992 USA-1 Nitro Crusher. HBI Savage goes, what is the clutch belt? Damn, lights went out again. I'm telling you, we have a cyber attack going on. And the cyber attack is like literally attacking just one thing. Uh-oh. Let me get the lights back. All right, we got the lights back. Anyway, what do you guys think? I didn't even get down to the engine yet. The first thing what's up, the Nitro Bug, man? We are looking, for those of us just joining us, this is the very first generation Kyosho USA-1, but it was called the Nitro Crusher. This is the every 2-week special edition. You know when I said every 2 weeks in the summer I will get a new used Nitro? This is that week, everybody. This is that week. By the way, if you ever like the F-150 from this generation, you would appreciate these lights. These are sickening looking lights in the back. In fact, I think some of my favorite looking lights. John Gooden goes, I remember this model. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate having someone here that knows what these are. Let's take a look at the front. Now, I do have a solution I'm going to try to enact. We're going to enact it. It's going to be the 4th Amendment to the Constitution. We're going to change it. All right. Hardy Boy goes, nice pick up. Edward Perry, how are you? Sickening USA-1. I got to tell you, man, the seller trolled me. Let me put it on a stand. Well, I don't want to say the seller trolled me, really. That's not very fair. You know, you can't expect as much from sellers as from yourself, people that appreciate this hobby and know what these are. Sometimes expectations do not match reality. Let me give it a little spin-a-rooney, like Booker T, the five-time heavyweight loser. I'm kidding around. All right, so Ford F-150 body. Don't know why there's no stickers in the front. It's actually pretty period correct. I don't know what that is. I think it's like normally trucks have this cover for sun, right? And yes, the body sits really, really high. If you would have thought that that's the case, you would be correct. The body's super high. Hood visor, roof visor goes HPI tab. That's true. Roof visor, man. Sorry. I'm in New York. We don't have roof visors. I put something on my roof, I'm going to get arrested by the coppers. You know, they don't miss an opportunity. All right, so I'm going to remove it from the stand. The stand's kind of useless at this point. We're going to have to dig deep. Now, I didn't pay that little for this, guys. I wound up paying, how much was it? $275. I don't know. $275. I thought it was in better condition. So basically what I saw when I bought it from the listing, the body looked good. The wheels looked okay. There was really no good close-up picture. Well, okay, I shouldn't really say there was no good close-up picture, but the reality is, how many of us actually knew what this part here was? So this is called the counter gear. The physical name for it is counter gear. Counter gear. Its only purpose is to act like a reduction gear between the clutch belt and the spur gear. Now the irony is, I'm looking at it, and gearing here does not look surprisingly bad. This was actually an innovative decision at the time. So this particular model does have features that, well, the Kyosho Inferno buggy did not have. Is it good? No, it's not good. It's bad. It sucks. It obviously broke right away. In fact, I just spent some time researching a forum about it. And guess what the people in the forum said, everybody? They said it sucks. Pizza Nitro wants to know, is there an update on the newer version you can adapt? So the newer USA-1 is literally 0% similar. Zero. Not, if I could go to negatives, I could go to negatives. It's 0%. There's not one shared part. This is mostly the Kyosho Inferno buggy. Now in the front, you have something that Kyosho is kind of known for. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit there. It's kind of hard to... Sound stream goes, it's also called an idler gear. In this case, yes. I read the Kyosho manual. They called it a counter gear. But idler gear would not be incorrect. So let me show you this piece right there. Oh, wow. We could see the gears. That's kind of sickening. Mark Messenger, how are you? So yes, Kyosho, in their infinite wisdom, is kind of popular for having see-through diff covers. Pretty interesting. As you could see, I could spin the right wheel over here, and you could see the gear move. You guys, let me know if you could see that well, so we could take a look at our gear. Realistically speaking, this would not, in my opinion, be useful at all, because you would generally strip like the input gear, something like that. Plus, this has a center diff. So the likelihood of stripping like a ring gear like that is kind of low, I would say. So let me get a little bit closer in there. You could see that gear spinning through the see-through differential cover. RR3, man, the Nitro gang here wants you to burn some Nitro tomorrow, man. We want you to do it. Please do it and let us know how it is. Anyway, just a little bit of detailed facts on this. What do you guys think? Did I spend too much money on this? I don't know. It's not in as good condition as I expected. These shocks, I am not sure if they're original as well. They appear to be... they appear to be not from this model. I don't know. They're also kind of dense. They're not really... The travel is terrible. I would say it's not awesome. In the front, the bumper says Kyosho Corporation. Made in Japan. That is nice. We like things made in Japan. Honestly, a good amount of metal on this. We have metal steering knuckles in the front as well. Drivetrain is... Oh, wow. It's CVDs. Universal drive shafts, as some people call them. CVDs, universal drive shafts, whatever. Constant velocity drive shaft. It's all the same stuff. Mark Messenger wants to know how much did I pay. I wound up paying about $275 for this. Now, in the picture, it looked much better. But of course, in the picture, it had the body on, and that was about it, right? I kind of saw the top-down view, but, it's probably my fault. I should have done more research. I didn't realize that this gear, which is called the counter gear, is actually a crucial part of the drivetrain. I was kind of looking at it, and it's stripped so much. Like, you could see this gear stripped so much that it's just so smooth. You normally do not come across gears that are this far stripped. And I was like, oh, it's smooth. Maybe this is some kind of fan or something. Because Kyosho's during this time period later on, they did have fans that were built into some areas. But it was a different size. So I was like, oh, is this like some kind of small fan? I don't know. Either way, not awesome. Let's check out the engine. All right, the carb is not seized. But as you guys notice anything funny going on as I open the carb? Is there anything funny going on as I open the carb? By the way, I didn't touch the engine. Oh, wow. Why is the engine moving? Yeah, that's the bad part. Our tree is correct. We got to wiggle. The engine is moving. And that is why the prior owner stripped this. That is why. It's kind of a damn shame. Because the thing is, I wound up paying the price of him thinking it's a runner. I think it was like his grandson or someone. I don't know. Mighty Mike 1996. How are you, man? With the wiggle wiggle. There's a song that talks about wiggling. Don't remember what it is. Anyway, let's get back to... I don't know. I guess we're going to have to do something with this repair-wise. But really, I overpaid. I'm going to be honest with you guys on this one. We don't really have the original body. This is more of a sub $200 model, considering we have hardcore damage to a part you cannot get. I have it pulled up. If you guys want, I could show you what it looks like in the manual, just for a little bit of that logic. This engine, it's an old Force 21, Force 3.5. You could see it says F on the side of the crankcase right there. Exhaust, this does appear to be an OS pipe. I have seen pipes like this. Now, in terms of electronics, they're period correct. This would have been like a JR receiver, but obviously it was converted at the time. I don't know if JR was like something in 1992 or not. All right, next up, what else could we talk about? We do have a center diff. The spur gear in general looks okay. As I move the spur gear, I do have full-time four-wheel drive. So it doesn't appear that there's anything drastically wrong with the differentials. But this part's only goal is to provide reduction gear status. If you guys want, I could read a couple of posts on old RC forums about this. It might be a little bit interesting, but it's going to be a little tedious as well. I'm wondering, there's got to be something going on with this engine mount. Archery goes, is this idler gear readily available? Dude, no, I looked at it everywhere. It's not available. I think my only reasonable solution will be to move this engine forward and to the right. I hope I have enough gear mesh adjustment to just basically eliminate this, right? I don't think there's really a purpose for this. They must have underestimated the power of a sickening .21 engine. Because, yeah, they're incorrect. The article I read was basically touting the fact that this truck had a specially designed gear that, well, improved low-end power and helped the wheels spin. The thing is, they didn't know that Nitro power is already awesome. So kind of we're dealing with RC killers over here. It's not very proper. I'm not very happy over it. This is a non-pull start engine. Judge Joe goes, not a chance to eliminate it. I think there could be a chance. There might be a chance. Now, it might be a little bit boring. I might lose some viewers. I don't know. But I think we should probably go to a forum. Corey with those Nitro Gang emojis. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you guys support this channel, make sure, if you can, become a channel member. That means a lot to me. I kind of, going all out. In terms of brakes, you know what? Before I do that, let's take a look at the brakes. Because the brake setup on this is also a little bit interesting. As we take a look, let me get this pointless fuel line out of the way. All right, so here's the brake setup. Anybody notice anything odd about the brakes? So the brake rotor, here it is. It has brake liners. There's a brake liner. Now, I don't know what the hell that would even do, because it seems to be about the same material as the brake itself. They're both plastic. Normally, you would just do a brake pad on the caliper and just let it, that would be your friction material. I have never seen this kind of setup in my life. This is some sickening, weird vintage stuff. But that's part of the reason why I prefer these things, because it's interesting. It's something to learn and talk about, all right? R3 goes, they look like shims. So I looked it up in the manual. They call this brake liner. Notice this outside nut on the idler gear. Well, not the idler. It's called the counter gear. It looks like someone who was really hardcore trying to adjust it and tighten it. Right? Because out of all of the screws here, the most amount of wear is on this particular screw itself. Nut. Right? And, well, they did a terrible job, really. All right, my dudes. Let's take a time. So what do you think? I don't know. I'm not very happy with this purchase, honestly. I could have bought other things, but Trump survived, and this USA-1 will survive. Yeah, that is not really good. It's literally wobbling because the screws they used are the incorrect screws. That's not supposed to happen. Look at that wobble. That is massive wobble. No wonder it killed this counter gear. No wonder. Let me check out what is going on here in the stream. I'll be right here looking at your comments. So, every 2-week special, I don't know. I might have gotten burned, guys. I might have gotten burned. By the way, there are awesome sales right now. If you haven't noticed, I do put links in the description of this video, and there are many Nitros in stock at A-Main. If you're going to buy one, right now is the time to buy one. Also, the low CA Truggy is still on sale, bro. It's still on sale. $3.99. Can't go wrong with that. You can't do it. All right, let's take a look, I think, at the bottom of this chassis. I just want to see how the engine is mounted. Whoa, that is interesting. I'm going to lay it down on its side. Like that. Let's take a look at this. This is kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen engine mounts with this much space. What's up there, Benjamin Martinez? Happy to see you here, guys. Just guy. You're not guys. You're not a plural. It's not the Matrix. Check out. I'm not sure if this is original. There's like, what the hell is that? Normally, okay, so it looks like there's the mounting plate for the engine is screwed into another one that's screwed into the main chassis. John Godin goes, there is no engine spacer. You might be correct. I have to really go over the original manual. What's up there, Compass RC Nitro, man? Happy to see you here. The real HPI Savage and Emoji King, everybody. Right? Anyway, I got to really look at the manual to see how this should be mounted. But I see it's not that weird to have like an engine mount plate secured to the chassis and then have the engine secured to the mounting plate, really. But it looks not awesome. Obviously, someone didn't do a great job. Let me go check out. But I will say the positive upside is the chassis is straight and pitted. It's pitted and straight. And yes, these shocks, not shocks rather, suspension arms are kind of narrow. And notice the tie rods. The tie rods have built-in bends to accommodate the steering. As this is, after all, based on the Kyosho Burns, which is a 8-scale buggy, you know, safe to say they had to take a lot of countermeasures. Let's flip this back around. I'm thinking the first most important thing I should probably do is start working on removing the engine and seeing. I'm gonna ask you guys for a game plan, an attack plan, a plan of attack. Anybody want to attack the plan? You just let me know if you want to attack this plan. I'm thinking the best thing to do would be remove the engine, figure out how it should be mounted. Assuming the engine isn't dead, which we will probably take a look at in a little bit. The high-speed needle isn't 100% buried. It's only 85% buried, which is enough to kill it. Okay, John Hensley goes, access the situation and attack it. We're going to attack it from the front, not from the rear, like my haters, okay? They attack you from the rear and then hide, all right? Anyway, Sound Stream goes, it looks like the engine mount is even missing a screw. Highly possible. Highly possible. All right, Michael Sucha wants to know, what is my opinion on the Trump attacks? Well, I don't know if I have enough to form a conspiracy. I mean, I'm going to say the story we heard, which is, you know, the political rhetoric and just overall speech hate in this country and around the world, you know, the denial of facts, the denial of logic and reason has gone to a level where people have, you know, the Dunning-Kruger effect, Terrence Howard, 1 + 1 is 1 × 1 is 2. We're at that level where nobody is fact-checked. And this young idiot with access to guns, of course, you know, well, he believed his own false knowledge, right? Fact-checking is very important. That's why, if you guys know, I actually make it a point to sometimes call people out on incorrect claims and facts and statements. You really have to take an interest in being correct. And if truth matters, I think what happened to Trump the attempted shooting, would not have happened. You had misleading statements being taken to a level that should have never been taken there. And Soundstream, you are correct. Nobody fact checks anybody, and that's kind of the problem. All right. Anyway, let's get down. I'm cute. Noodles Racing, how you doing, my dude? Thank you for that thumbs up. Don't know what it does, but hopefully it does something, right? By the way, guys, probably tomorrow we will hit 100K. Okay? And I don't want you guys to think it's been no fun. It's been hella fun. All right. Anyway, let's continue. The reality is, the shooting or not the shooting or pretty much anything, it comes down to people believe false ideas. And without telling them they're incorrect, and not just in a constructive way, but you have to make them accept it, they're going to believe false ideas and act on them. And that is the problem we're having right now. You know how they say, whatever, let's not get into it too much. And, I'm not a person that's afraid about talking about politics, because if you have an idea that is based in reason, you don't have to live in a glass box. Dipped chips, thank you, man. I appreciate that. We don't only talk about RC, but reality. Anyway, let me show you guys the forum, because I think this is kind of important. All right. So first, I do want to show you the counter gear. What the counter gear is. As I was talking about earlier in the Kyosho manual. Now that we have actual facts, not just me talking about stuff, I have the manual, first-hand evidence. Always go to the source. And the source, this is the manual, guys. So as I showed you earlier, this is the brake setup on that Kyosho. You can see right here, it clearly says, affix the brake lining to the disc brake on both sides with instant glue. That is super weird. So at first I thought that was like maybe a friction material, but it apparently is not. This is, I don't know why you would have to glue it. They could have just made this disc brake fatter. But, vintage RC tech is sometimes quite baffling. I am baffled currently right now. Let's continue to this counter gear. This is the setup for the counter gear. So we have a metal part, and we have, this is the gear. It's called the counter gear. You can see it right there. It says counter gear, baby. All right, stage 2, assembly of counter gear. So we have washers, collars, shafts, whatever. The irony is, there's no part number. I don't know what part number this is. I looked it up. There's literally no part number. I'm assuming it would have been in bags, because this is probably something you would have built, right? So this is like probably number 9. Maybe it would have been in a bag or something, and it would have been pretty obvious. It seems like it's separated into stages over here. Benjamin Martinez with a good question. Can you eliminate the counter gear? So I'm going to pull up a couple of resources, and we will see. My plan, yes, is to eliminate this counter gear, because there is no other solution. That is the only solution some would call the ultimate solution. Let's take a quick look at the rest of this manual, because it's a little bit interesting for how weird it is. So here is an explanation of adjustment of the counter gear, right? So you could see it's basically a metal standoff bolted to the chassis. This is the spur. That's the clutch belt. They're not directly connected. And this counter gear would connect it. Basically a gear reduction. Geomanc, that is not a bad idea right there, but I'm hoping to just eliminate it. And I'll give you a little bit of reason for that in a couple minutes. Let me just switch over to the next slide. Okay, here we go. So more evidence, guys. More evidence. This is a forum. Long ago in the RC hobby, people went to forums. Now they go to idiots on YouTube. And not everyone is an idiot. There's many, many, many great channels. But many are literally just in it for themselves. They're not in it for the truth. They're not in it for making something great. They're in it for themselves. That Nitro Bug, man, I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great Nitro weekend. And hit some high RPM tomorrow for us, man. Because Trump told you to do so. Anyway, let me zoom in on this one. This is a post from 2015. Oh, man, can I zoom in on this one? Yeah. So, I'm going to read this to you guys because it's kind of interesting, actually. It's highly unlikely any of us will really ever see this unless I point it out. You let me know if you could see it okay. Just tell me in the comments because I can't really tell right now if you could see it okay or not. You know what? I'm going to check. Okay, some of it is cut off. Okay, some of it is cut off. Sickening. Okay. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. All right. You should be able to see okay. I zoomed out a little bit. So I'm going to read it right now. So, I am refurbishing an old USA-1 Nitro Crusher from Kyosho, and the plastic counter gear blew itself apart. Sad face. That must have been Compass RC Nitro with that emoji over here. I need a replacement ASAP. And it doesn't have to be this exact part. But if it isn't, I need it to be a simple modification. And I need instructions on how to modify it. I've searched the internet high and low. And I've even called Kyosho America. And they haven't had one in stock since 2009. That answers our question. Are these available? No. So I need a lead on one or a safe, simple modification. We're doing first-hand primary fact-based evidence. Everybody, our archery goes yipes. Yes, that is exactly basically it. Not in stock since 2009. Sickening. Off the guy, what's up to you again, man? How you doing? Hope you're out there welding, making welds great, strong, solid, efficient, and good-looking. I don't know what other qualifications of a weld you could have, but I'm sure those are all. Let's scroll down. All right. Let's scroll down. So, someone says, give these guys a try. I don't know, this nonsense post over here. So here they're saying their computer said they had one in stock. It's old, so it's definitely not in stock. Okay. So right here, we have a good answer right there. Finally, a factual freaking answer. I don't have to go on the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm going to read it. For what it's worth, I know a lot of USA-1 Nitro owners just forego the use of the counter gear and run a smaller 13-tooth or so tooth clutch bell. Today's stout engines can pull the truck around easily. I say this because a replacement counter gear will be destroyed as fast as they always are, which is pretty much right away. There's a few threads about these trucks in a monster truck section, including Byron Fundenberg's amazing builds. Don't know who that guy is. Let me see if we got anything else. Anyways, they're saying that get rid of it, eliminate it, because another counter gear will destroy itself right away. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see. What is this? Is this interesting? If you guys want, I could read more posts or not. Do you want more posts read or not? I mean, I could read. I passed third grade reading. Okay, so let me read this part maybe. This part is pretty good, I think. The good news. There's one actually on eBay. This is like a 5-year-old post, so you're not going to see anything. The bad news, it's 50 plus shipping. Blah, blah, blah. Finding one in stock at a retailer will not be easy. There's a guy on eBay who specializes in these trucks, risky concepts, and he may be able to point you in the right direction. Otherwise, I would ask someone, blah, blah, blah. All right, so this we're going to go to this paragraph right here. P.S. Anybody here knows what P.S. stands for? Wild Bill, what does PS stand for? I know what it stands for, but do you guys know what PS stands for? It's an abbreviation for something. The first word is post. That's right, our archery is correct. It stands for postscript. Basically, you're adding a comment after the script. You know, the script is what you wrote. So it's postscript, PS. All right. I still think you can get away with not running the counter gear at all. The RG is a fairly peppy 3-port. The RG is an OS engine, by the way. So should do okay if you slap a 13-tooth bell on there. Just won't be the fastest thing in the world off the line. Assuming you're using 2-shoe clutch, you can use the stiffer spring, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, they're saying get a better engine. Here's like some other stuff. However, I did see a counter gear for a clod buster. Nah, that's not going to be the same at all. That's totally different. All right, here we go. This is not useful information. This is not useful either. This is also not useful. This is like, these are old posts. I'm not, you know, safe to say that they're all trash. All right, so basically that's it. Yeah, the last time it was updated was 2015. So it's pretty much useless. Let us continue, everybody. So we are back to square one on this. What do you all think should go down? So getting a new counter gear is not an option. Yeah, JBLRC is correct. So, you know, this is from a time period when they were thinking about really low-end torque, but I'm honestly not sure which engine this would have had. It would have been a .21. But really, I've never come across a .21 that was less than 2 horsepower. So, and really, modern engines are not that different from engines of this time period. So I think what we'll do, it's probably not a bad idea to remove the engine to begin with to see how it's mounted. Is there a crack in the exhaust? I think you're referring to this. No, it's how this pipe is molded. It looks like a crack. This is definitely not a crack. It looks like a crack, right? Just Joe goes print the gear. So the problem is, how about this? I'm going to remove this engine. Maybe remove the counter gear. We will see what we got going on. I need to know what I'm working with. Right, guys, if you appreciate the stream, please give it a little like, a thumbs up. You know. I'm a little upset with this purchase, to be honest with you. But we did it for the Trump gang. Let's just hope he lowers our taxes. John Hensley with the Nitro gang emojis. All right, so the problem is with the 3D printer stuff, this is a metal part somehow connected to the plastic part. I don't know how they're actually connected. But let's do something. I don't know. Let's begin by taking the engine out. What do you guys think? Take the engine out? Yeah, John Gooden goes, just eliminate the gear. I'm going to try doing that. Let me flip this around a little bit. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. I want to make sure people don't misunderstand that we're live. You got to be live. Okay, so what I'm going to do, probably going to start removing the engine. See where Archie goes, what if I looked for similar gears? The thing is, this kind of setup is not used in anything modern I've ever seen, or even from this generation. As far as I'm concerned, this is like the only time this kind of setup was used. Someone made references to like a clodbuster, but it's on an electric chassis. It would be completely different. It wouldn't be helpful. All right, let's get the tools going. And I think we're going to have to just literally take the engine out. I'm in it with this one, bro. Let me set up. Okay. Okay, that's not a very good stand. So the reason is I'm kind of fumbling with the position. I don't want to put it on the body mounts. The body mounts are like original. If I do something with them, they'll just break, you know? All right, we got Dan Davidson. How you doing? Let me see what you all are saying. Might have neglected the comments. Well, the good news is the driver fits. David Wagner, how you doing? He goes, don't you need the counter gear so the truck drives forward and not backwards? Maybe you could spin the differential around if you can eliminate the counter gear so it drives the right direction. That makes good sense. That makes good sense. All right, so to get the truck to go the opposite direction, because if we have a gear that's spinning the counter gear, it's spinning the other way around. You know what? I could test it out right now. I could test that out right now while it's still on the truck. Let me just test it out myself. I'm going to let you know if that's the case or not. I'm basically just going to spin. I'm going to move the truck forward like this. So this has to spin. Spurgy has to spin to the right. Damn, I don't have contact with this though. That's the problem. I think that's correct. It seems to be correct. Yeah, Noodles Racing. Yeah, Noodles Racing goes front and rear diffs would have to be flipped. I would have to flip the diffs then. All right, it's not impossible. Yeah, so basically, if I remove the counter gear, the truck will only go reverse. Oh, damn it. What's the return policy on this? Yeah. You guys want me to show you kind of what the issue is for those of us that maybe didn't understand the situation right now? You can't just eliminate a gear because it's spinning the other direction. RR3, I looked on eBay. It's not possible. I looked all over. I'm going to check again right now, okay? Let me go check right now. Just chill right here. We're in it deep this time. You know what? This is giving me a bad mojo right now. My 100K subs, I'm getting bad mojo. Grateful Dabs goes, why not print it? There's no files. I can't just make my file. I'm not like a file maker. Let's see. Nitro Crusher Counter Gear. The thing is, that might be called something else on eBay as well. Let's see what my first result is. I got a result. BS84 counter gears. There's no way this is the correct part. Hold on. BS84. Thing is, they don't have a part number for it. I can't even tell what it is. This can't be the right gear. BS84. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. All right, I'm gonna have to look in the manual counter gear. Hold on a second. All right, guys. I need the parts list. Okay, I got the parts list. It has to be the right gear. BS84. The thing is, this Kyosho parts list is not easy to understand. And I can't do a search function on this. Damn. Counter gear, it's like a number in a bag or something. I can't look at it. Okay, so let me show you right here what I mean by that. Let me show you the manual. Alright, so here's the manual. It says counter gear 1, and I'm assuming this column on the right, counter gear right here, counter gear, number 157. Bag, it probably means bag 9. So that's what it says for counter gear. All right, let me check eBay. So this is the part on eBay. It does say Kyosho counter gears. Due to the way this is pictured, I cannot tell if this is even closely accurate. Where's that metal part? And this part is too big. The counter gear is nowhere close to the size. It's literally $64. This is definitely not the right gear. Plus shipping, like 20. This cannot be the right gear. There's way too many screws, Sorry, there's too many teeth on this. The counter gear I have is a completely different level of teeth. You could literally see where the teeth were destroyed. It would have to match the clutch belt. Now, there's no way that this is actually correct. Yeah, that is not labeled correct. They called it a counter gear. It's not a counter gear. It's a spur gear. Yeah, this is definitely not the right gear. This is a spur gear. But they called it counter gear. I don't know why that. It cannot possibly be. Let me go back. So I put in Kyosho counter gear. Literally only one search results. All right, how about we remove that part and check it out to begin with? It's definitely not. I'm scrolling for the rest. There's nothing. So I put in counter gear. Let me put in like USA-1 or something maybe. These are spur gears. These are definitely not counter gear. And the part number is BS84. No, this is definitely not the right gear. These are like automotive parts. This is pretty much the end of the world right here for this. By the way, before we continue, if you want to get an FW06 kit, click this link while I think it's in stock. It's still in stock. $289. I'm telling you, it's going to be sold out in a day or two. Click the link, make the deal, and burn some nitro. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. The question is, what is the metal gear in front? Can you just run off that gear? So, the metal gear in front. I cannot tell how it goes together because in the exploded parts view, it is one complete piece. So it looks to be somehow assembled together. I'm going to remove it, see what happens. Okay, just the counter gear. I'm going to remove this part. So this part is metal, this part is plastic for sure. Let me see what I can make happen today. I'm actually kind of hungry already. Let me see what I can make happen. Well, so far, I may have to flip. What's up there, KGM, man? Sorry I had to cut out on your stream there earlier. But, everybody, if you don't know, KGM5512 here is building a sickening nitro truggy. If you want to see the build going down, you're going to have to watch your streams or videos. All right, anyway, let us continue. Jonathan Barnett, how you doing? He goes, my all-time favorite truck. Yeah, man, this one's going to need a ton of work, mainly in the gear department. I don't know what we're going to have to do with this. Let me see how I can take these things off. All right, so it looks like these are the screws for the counter gear. Let me see if I can do a quick removal of these three. Oh, my God, they are stripped to hell. Noodles Racing, check the link I posted. How am I going to check the link you posted? Let me see. I don't know if I could actually do that. Let me check right now. Okay. Okay, I see right here. Nah, that's not it at all. Damn, I can't see the link. What link? Not sure where we are right now. Let me just go back to this right now. It looks like we're gonna have to cut some stuff today. Let me check if these screws are completely stripped. They're probably completely stripped. Maybe. Okay, this one's okay. Okay, we got one. moving. We got a mover. We got a mover. One is out. I think the other ones probably will be stripped. Sean, Film Vids, how are you, man? Happy to see you here. Everybody, we're working on a vintage USA-1 truck. This one, not the best one. Having some lighting issues. Give me a minute. Uh-oh. Something odd just happened. Got no lights. Got no lights. Cyber attack. Turn the lights on. Got no lights. I got 0 lights. I'm doing what I can now, guys, all right? Motivation is down. We ran into countless issues. Counter gear in my hands. Can barely even see it. Got another light source. Now we can look at it up real close. Got to disassemble this somehow and see how this is put together. So the left part is metal. The right part is plastic. It seems to be sitting on a shaft normally. See if I can disassemble this thing right now. The hell happened to my light? It broke is what happened. Freaking every time. John Hensley goes, it looks like it's 2 pieces. If I could see a little closer, I would tell you. But let me see what I can do. So, no more overhead light for now. I got to figure out what happened. Can't get the lights at all. I'm going to have to put one from the back over here like this. the best I can. Need a thin screwdriver to slide out the shaft. Let me see. Yeah, so the engine is real far away from the spur gears. I'm pointing right here with my screwdriver. You could see the clutch bell it's nowhere close, but assuming this will be fixable, it'll still go backwards, of course. Well, I guess we're gonna have to drive backwards. Brent, thank you, bro, for that channel donation. I appreciate it. He goes, thanks for posting my jammins, bro. So cool to see. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get my own jammin' running soon. I'm waiting on a couple receivers, actually. Noodles Racing has solved it. What did he say? I don't know what he just said. Let me go see what Noodles Racing said. What did he say? I might have not read it. Okay, Noodles Racing goes, can be ordered in steel, aluminum, or plastic from Shapeways. What is Shapeways? The link I posted is for a foreign file for the counter gear. It's for a design file for the counter gear. Where did you post it, Noodles Racing, man? Where did you post it? In YouTube or something? I mean, damn, what am I talking about? Facebook? Why can't I see any of the... Can you, like, message it to me? Let me go back to the group. I mean, the way the Nitro Gang group sorts things, like this is common for all groups. Can't really tell things that are like right now or like from before. Let me see. I don't know how many teeth are on the counter gear either. They're all chewed up. If anything, Just Joe, can you like forward me what he said on Facebook? I have it open right now. All right, let me start disassembling this if I can. Why is my light not working? Is the real question. Now, let me get another light. Oh man, the light I got is like under a table. Oh shit, this is yellow light. It's not even good. This light ultimately sucks, I think. It's the world's yellowest light. It's like I'm in the Pacific Coast. Alright, so I'm going to remove these parts here. Basically just clips. So we'll take a look at what it consists of. I'm not too happy about this. If I knew this was the deal, I would have stayed away from this USA-1. Alright. In the picture, when I bought it, I couldn't tell. You know what I should be doing now? Getting my RCs ready for tomorrow. Okay. Washer. Well, here it goes. We're about to find out. All right, so it sits on 3 bearings. Bearings are in good shape. Sits on 3 bearings. Offna guy, welcome to the channel membership. I appreciate that, man. Dan Davidson goes, what did I pay? Dude, too much, about $275. The thing is, a good USA-1 is worth more than that. Like if you go on eBay, they sell boxes for like 100 only. But how is this? This is all molded together. Yeah, I'm looking at it up close, like real close. Look at the light over there, guys. It's this outside is metal. No, this, I mean, you would have to 3D print everything. This is the, well, I don't know if it's interesting or good or bad design. It's clearly not a very effective design. How do they mold metal and plastic like that? I've never seen that done before in like RC application. Anybody here ever seen that before? I have literally never seen that before. Got any ideas? Melissa, we got any tacos? I'm really hungry. My stomach hurts. Can you bring me some of that turkey? Bring me some turkey. Melissa, bring me some turkey. Oh, yeah, Lotus 120 goes, heat the metal up and press it in. Well, the problem is, yeah, damn, can't say it. Reighth goes, never seen that before. Oh, yeah, I could see the outside of that metal right there. Yeah, you know what? We could see the outline of it right there. So, yeah, they basically stuck it into there with, like, heat somehow or pressed it in. Hey, Melissa! Bring me some cold-cut turkey. Please. Huh. All right. Assuming... Man, they really put in, like, a nice, beefy mount for it, too. I'm low on ideas right now. All right, so the current situation is... even if I move the engine closer to the spur gear, because of the fact that it was counter-rotating, it's gonna spin. Well, it's going to go reverse. Can you? Okay, yeah, leave it. Can you bring me a wipe for my hands? I need a wipe. Okay. Bring me a wipe. I gotta eat some turkey, guys. I'm real hungry. My stomach hurts. It's gonna spin reverse. That means I'm gonna have to flip the diffs. It's not impossible. It's doable, but it's a ton of work. By the way, the engine, nobody's even asked me about it. I'm disappointed. Nobody's asked me about the engine. It's like, it's priority over here. Engines are priority. Just washing my hands. Mighty Mike goes, yes, just started in reverse. The problem is, you're not really supposed to run. You could do that. I have started engines in reverse, but not really supposed to run them in reverse. Give me a second right here, everybody. I'm going to flip back a little bit. Some sickening situations went down here today. Let me take a little break for some turkey, okay? I wasn't joking around. You thought I was joking when I said cold-cut turkey? I wasn't. There's no reason to joke around. It's turkey, baby. John Gone, how you doing, man? He goes, they place the metal into each injection mold. Yeah, so basically it's injection mold. Yeah, it's a pretty cool. I've never seen that done in a RC of this caliber. Cool or not, the part's impossible to find. You saw what it looks like. I'm in a bad mood now. Okay, Just Joe, I'm going to check it out when you send it to me on Facebook. I can't find the message there. So let's eat some turkey for now, okay? Because, like, you could trust in turkey. No matter what the day is, you can trust in some cold-cut turkey, baby. Okay, this is high-end boar's head honey turkey. See that? Boar's head honey turkey. Cheer you right up. Vegans don't eat this stuff. Ah, it smells nice. Juicy. They did not thin slice this. This is like a millimeter of turkey. This is not thin sliced. I asked for thin slice. You know what? Enough with the lights. I can't eat this. I'm force feeding myself. Yo, Melissa! This thing is like an inch thick. It's mad fat. I can't eat it. What's up, Liam? How you doing? It's a bad day. Just checking some comments over here. Trash. Yo, we're going to that store tomorrow, and I'm returning this shit. How dare they? Wasted $10 on this turkey. What's up, bro? Morehead, yeah. Lights are off. Turkey's shit. Attachment here not loading from Lotus from Judge Joe. Melissa, get the turkey. I threw that shit over there.
Where?
Okay, I got the gear. I got the gear. It's by that electric RC over there.
Irene, relax.
Kyosho BS4 USA-1 gear. I'm looking at it. I'm not going to show it to anybody right now. Hold on. When printed in steel, the bore is hard to drill out to fit the bearing. Printed in steel. Do they think I have a steel printer? Like, get real over here. How do you make this crap? Ah, this is them printing it. This is not a file. Multi-jet fusion. This is not like a 3D printer file. This is something I think you have to pay there. This is a manufacturing company. All right, everybody, I'm having a bad night. Yeah, this is not a 3D printer file. Well, I'm going to be here for about 2 more minutes. How you doing there, Rebecca Pope? No, man, you just, got some cold cut boar's head turkey from the deli. You know, it's like $10 a pound. They sliced it like 3 millimeters fat. Can't eat cold cut turkey 3 millimeters fat. Who do they think I am? USA-1 got broken ass gears in this. Yeah, Doodle's racing. Yeah, I'm getting upset. No, I'm never going to eat that turkey. We're going to go tomorrow and return it. The deli guy had one job. One job. To damn thin cut the turkey. Alright, guys, that's about it. I'm going to go get some real food. Alright? See you all later. Special thanks to the channel members out there. You will be eligible for the Nitro game giveaway. And by the way, check the links. As I said, the Losi 8 Truggy is still on a massive sale. And it's worth it. Everybody, see you guys later. Sometimes you get screwed. Today is one of those times. And I have some filtering still left to be done. See you guys. Don't get filtered. Often guy, welcome to the channel membership. There's some great streams that you will have access to. Brent, JBLRC, see you guys later. I'm going to go throw this USA-1 in the trash. Kidding around. I'm going to do my best to make it great again. Bye-bye.